What is possible if you feel safe and secure? I would like to really for you to think about it and reflect on it, how that can affect in a really empowering way your experience. And well, this channel is about health and wealth, and how that relates. Well, it relates tremendously, because guess what? If we continue to act out of fear, if we continue to act from our insecurities, it does affect our health, and it affects our abilities to create the wealth. So that's why this topic is so important to reflect on, and really sit with yourself and explore where those things are happening. Many times we're working on autopilot, and we're not even aware that that's what's happening for us, until we somehow go to some reflective mode, meditation potentially, to become more present and creating that awareness, many times by asking some direct questions, especially when something that is triggering us around and we're not sure what is going on. And instead of just creating more triggers and creating more anger, for example, and dissatisfaction, and snowballing more fear and insecurities, to somehow get back to our centers and start being more of an observer and seeing what is going on in the background. What is really going on? What kind of insecurity is showing up? What kind of fear is showing up? And why it's showing up. I recently myself started uncovering something, and with, of course, some support, because sometimes even if we went through transformational journey before, we overcame some challenges in our life, we still operating 95% from subconscious. So sometimes, possibly out of fear, and possibly because how our mind works, it's hard for us to do it on our own, to unblock ourselves, to have that courage to look within, and some support from another individual, especially someone that possibly understanding more of the process, how to go about it, is so very helpful to transform those things, to transform some of those insecurities, limitations that we actually creating for ourselves, and creating more of that safety and feeling that at home feeling in our mind, in our body, in our heart, in our spirit, for us to experience life differently, for us to enjoy the fruit of our labors, for us to experience a beautiful, abundant health, and create that abundance in not just health, but also in financial stability, and in relation stability, because that many times another one is coming from those insecurities, is with our relations. And I'm talking about the relation to yourself, relation to the others, environments that we are in, as well even relation to the money and relation to health. So all it's about how are you actually relating. Are you really just in that insecurity and reaction mode, or are you really taking time to start responding, to feel creating more of that safety and security within? Because many times that's another part, we are looking for it outside. Maybe we can put a couple of extra locks on our doors, because right now, the time we're living, I don't know if you remember, there were times that people actually felt safe enough to actually not even locking their doors, because they felt safe and secure in their environment. The environment, the world we're living in, people from different backgrounds, from acting out of those insecurities and fear, creating more fear for us, right? And so when you start looking outside for those answers and finding some safety and security, in locking yourself behind the closed doors, or by somehow feeling that maybe somebody give it to you, otherwise you still will be projecting that insecurities and fear. It's very limited in itself as well, because honestly, truly, the only way for you to start actually feeling more secure and safe, when you become more courageous and looking within what is running in the background, what creates that insecurity for you, what creates that fear. Our also mind working in the mysterious ways of keeping us safe. And is it really, like, it's so crucial to take a look at it. Is it really you standing in the middle of a cliff, and or at the edge of the cliff, and your mind is trying to keep you safe so you not fall, or you really just projecting and blowing out of some assumptions and stories, and with the assistance of your brain, and expanding that fear and creating that this ease in your mind, in your body, in your heart, and taking actions out of that experience, out of that fear, out of those insecurities. And many times, if you can reflect or and possibly recall, that those are not always the best decisions that we can make. They can lead to even more disease, and not really more health, when you stressing more about those things, and fearing everything, and keep expanding on it, and even projecting on others. And same with not feeling that good, peaceful way in your own body, in your own mind, in your own heart. That insecurity will be also driving, and the decision will be kind of coming from the limitation, desperation, and it will be hard to honestly even create that wealth as well. So I trust that it's helpful and gives you some food for thoughts, and coming from observation, coming from some experiences, and also working on transforming, coming to some realization, awareness, and how I can do better, how I can be better, how I can do better, how I have better. That even I'm still human, not just being, and can still act because of how our brain operates, because how we operate out of subconscious. However, learning some tools how to get yourself out quicker, and not expanding so much, but creating that quicker awareness, and stopping that expansion, and start expanding on the opposite side of, like, that abundance of the health and the wealth, that can feel safe and secure, and so much. And that's what I'm wishing for you from the bottom of my heart. So much love, light, joy, and love. And that's what we get to experience, to really feeling that abundance, especially in our health and wealth. Because health is wealth, and that's how we can actually create wealth. So, best wishes, my dears. Take care. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and notification bell, so you can see when I'm coming next. It's still not structured so much, just coming when I feel that there is a message for me to share. Sometimes something that I'm going through, and there's some reflection coming, and I'm sharing because I do care and want to see more amazing people creating that awareness